to be able to shoot your best scores, and for me that's around level par, under par, you have to be on all the time. You have to be switched on every single shot. And the only way I can do that is to set rules for myself. Rule number one, I have to pick conservative, smart targets and play aggressively to those targets. How do I do that? I take rule number two, which is to hit the shot I can do 9 times out of 10 every single time. Which leads on to rule number three, I need to commit to every single shot 110%. I must not hit an uncommitted shot. And rule number four, we're using my REDTIGER rangefinder to navigate my way to those targets I'm picking, helping me to plot my way to a level par score. We're going to go straight down the center of the fairway here because the first hole, we're really not warm, and I had 2 beers last night, so I'm a bit hungover from a big heavy drinking. It could fade, it could draw, but the shot dispersion is going to be wider in the morning. So I'm going to give it up the middle, and I'm going to, in my mind, expect a little draw. That's what the mini driver does. So that's what I'm going to visualize. I have to commit to the draw and visualize that, regardless of what actually comes out. And we've hit a feather or a push, and that's okay. Better to have that visualization and that plan rather than to go willy-nilly and then it sprays even further left and right. I'm going to use this beautiful REDTIGER rangefinder, less than 120 bucks on Amazon. Check the link in the description. We've got in the rough here, which I'm not too pleased about because we have a terrible angle into the green. We have to go over this bunker, and then there's a bunker at the back of the green, which is going to be in play because from 143 yards down the breeze from the rough, we will get a flyer from here. I'm not going to be able to get as much spin as I would from a fairway lie. And that's purely because the ball is slightly above my feet and there's a little bit of grass between the club face and the ball when I hit the shot. So that's going to reduce the spin, which could make it bounce into the back bunker because the greens are pretty firm. So what I'm going to try to do is just err on the right side, because the carry over the right side of this bunker is about the same as going at the pin, but it removes that bunker at the back of the green. So I'm going to also hit a 48 degree here instead of a pitching wedge, which I would normally hit, because the pitching wedge, if I catch it good and catch a flyer, that bunker's in play at the back. I'm hitting a bunker shot onto a downhill toward another bunker and off the green, where the green slopes away. So no. And of course, I can't get the target out of my mind. So I'm using my new Water Player Confidential Classic blade that I've made out now. You can get it online. Absolutely money. Part of shooting level par, under par golf, you need a plan. Without a plan, you have nothing. You're just hitting and hoping. A plan may not always go as you want, but a plan gives you feedback for next time and gives us something to measure against when we're looking for feedback on our round. So you make a plan, you adjust after the feedback you receive, trying to implement that plan. So let's keep this with a minimal dispersion with a 7 wood, and I bet we can even go for the green with another 7 wood if I can keep this tight in the middle of the fairway. I'm envisioning a baby draw over the right edge of this hedge in front of me. Absolute stunner. We can leverage the REDTIGER rangefinder to shoot the edge of the bunker at the edge of the green. So it's 205 to carry that bunker to the top of the lip. So I'm going to hit a hard 6 here, because a hard 6 I'm going to commit to more than a 9 wood, because I can't exactly find the pin. I think it's behind the trees. So I'd be guessing. So I don't want to guess with the 9 wood. I want to be sure with a 6 iron at that bunker at 205. A little bit right of my line, but it should be just short of the green. This ball finished about 16 to 20 yards right of my target, and that's a shot that will come out. We need to get a chip shot from 37 yards that we can commit to and be aggressive with. So I want to be nice and aggressive, so I've taken a 48 degree here. We can get out of here with a birdie still. We're just off the green, and a puttable in regulation is always nice. I don't count greens in regulation. I think it's an absolute waste of time as long as I have a holeable shot around the green in regulation. Oh. So we're going to go just left of this white tree in front of me. I'm going to try land it on the green top hole and in the distance that's around the house, on the right edge of that. That's where my target in the distance is going to be. So I need to focus on that target and play aggressively to that with the shot I imagine. 9 times out of 10. The REDTIGER, extremely accurate from 5 to 1,000 yards, is telling me We have got 125 yards to the hole. Pins on the front though. I really want to get on the green. I don't want to be short here and leave myself that little weird chip putt. We're going to hit a 9 here. Normally this is going to be a very standard 52 or 48 degree, but because of the nature of the shot and the lie, I'm taking a 9er to give myself a little swing that's going to get the ball going a lot further. Oh my word, get in the hole. Get in! Oh, 6.5 feet, we are freaking 70% from here because we are absolute bouncers. It's 190 yards, 7-iron. We've got the pin in the middle of the green. Now that's to the pin, 190. The short, the front edge, we're looking at about 175. So I'm happy to be front edge here, not back edge. The putt from back there is a big breaker and it's downhill. So to stop a big breaker right to left downhill, very difficult when the pin is always cut on a slope. 7-iron, best case scenario, I'm at the hole. Worst case scenario, I'm got to putt short of the green up the hill. So a little bit left, a little bit jerky, but we should be on the left edge. We've missed our line a little bit. We want it to be further that way so we have a straighter shot. We have a big breaker, left to right, a little slider. But I would rather have a little left to right slider than a right to lefter from the top of the green there, where it just gathers speed all the way down. I think we can chip this one close. So we're going to do a toe down 8-iron. I always go to toe down chipping because I don't really practice much. So this is the easiest way to just keep the chipping sharp rather than trying to take shots on that I don't actually practice, because I don't like practicing much at all. So we're going to land this one. I got a little spot there I'm going to land it on, just over there, and that should be perfect. Okay, perfect shot. We're going to leave ourselves a 4-footer for the passkey. So we got the burn mark right in front of us, meaning that the grain is coming straight down this hill and a little off the right. So this will definitely be a right to lefter. I think it's every day of the week. We have OB left, internal OB, and then we have OB right over the hedge. So we'll do a 7-wood ski for staying in play. 7-wood, we're going to expect to go down the breeze maybe 230, maybe 240. Expecting a baby draw. We hit a little big draw ski, but it's in play, and that's a club I know I can keep in play 9, maybe even 10 times out of 10. We have missed the fairway to the left and we've kind of handicapped ourselves. We just have to work out from here how much to the 100-yard marker and the 150-yard marker. We need to use our little REDTIGER over here, which has a beautiful magnet, and you can stick it on the clip that you get, a little belt buckle magnetic clip, or on the side of the golf cart. Absolutely money. It's 200 yards to the 150-yard marker and 229 to the 100-yard marker. Those pegs in the ground are about 10 yards into the rough. So it's 190 on that line to the white, or the 150, and about 200 yards on the line of the red. I'm going to go right between the two, leave myself about 100 to 120 into the hole. 7-iron to estimate the trajectory. Go underneath this tree and over the next tree and carry the bunkers. That's going to be, for me, a 7-iron. So we know our distance and we know our trajectory from each lie to be able to generate good shots. We've gone 2 yards into the rough, we've got 135 yards. The thing about being in the fairway, and this is where they say fairways are overrated for amateurs, it's just stupid. Because I can hit a 145-yard shot with a pitching wedge, 150-yard shot with a pitching wedge downwind here, stop it on the green, very predictable. So in the rough, we're playing a guessing game on reading the lie. Within a square yard, we can have 50 different lies. In a fairway, you're going to have 2 or 3 kind of lies. Into the grain, down grain, sitting down, sitting up, maybe 4 lies. That's it, but they're predictable. This one, if you can't read this lie and you can't adapt your club, we can't score. So I'm going to take my pitching wedge, which would normally be from 145, 150, and I'm going to try punch this one more toward the left side, take that bunker on the right out of play completely. We want to get it somewhere on or just short of this green or left of the green for an easy shot. Just a soft one. Hopefully it just lands soft. Please land soft. Oh boy, that's just landed hard. So that's the guessing game. I'd say this is probably the most short siding you're going to do here. Even on the right to the short side, it's an easier chip than this, and to the left, a very easy chip. So this is probably the worst place to be. Well, that's just how it goes some days. That was just very poorly played on all 3 shots. We've left ourselves this putt for the par, which is not what we want to do on par 5, especially if we're trying to break par or go level. We don't want to go over par for par 5s. Oh, see, it goes downhill past the hole. I don't want to get it past the cup. Damn. We don't like bogeys on par 5s. We do not like them. Damn it. A 450 yard par 4 is a tough one. That's very long. That's almost a par 5, really. So on this kind of hole, I have to take my big dog driver because it's got a fade shape to it. If I tee it up a little higher, it doesn't fade as much. So we're going to leverage the tee and put it higher and then leverage the driver into play. We've got a great line that we can commit to, the white stakes down there, and that's going to be absolutely money with a little feather. So let's commit to that. Let's see the shape first, and then let's do it. Come on, Maddie, butterfly grip. Absolutely stinky winky. With a beautiful Red Tiger rangefinder, with slope or without slope, meters and yards, it has a distance measuring horizontal and vertical. It even has a speed measurement on it. I use it only for the golf measurement. We've got 142 yards left, so we're going to take a beautiful pitching wedge. It's exactly the number. Now 142 can be very tantalizing, yeah, because the front edge is about 137. Now we don't want to finish 137, we want to go over this pin. I don't want to finish short of this green because then I have a funky chip, funky putt. I want a beautiful putt that I can just go for. I'm going to go a little right of the pin because I sometimes tug the ball. Oh, that's dead straight. Please just sit down at 142. Okay, it's flown the flag. Now we're not going to leave many birdie opportunities here. This is just purely a par hole. Get out of here. Next hole, stinky winky. What a life. We're going to have to put this ball out way right. We've got a burn mark that's on the back left, which means the grain is diagonal, which means it's slightly down grain at the end of the putt as it turns left, and it's downhill as well. So in the beginning, it's also going to turn left. So the slope and the grain. The slope will take it the whole way. The grain will really move it at the end. And because it's downhill, we have to hit it softer, which means it's going to take more time to take the break. This is a putt. All you want to do is 2-putt here. If you leave it an inch short, an inch long, 3 inches, 6 inches short, that's a money putt. Just get it in the hole and GTFO. We're not making many of these. I would say I'd make 1 out of 20 of these random situations. So we'll stick this one out to the right, and always with putting, it's about distance control, eh? So we want to control the distance, get it to about 3 foot to the hole, and then let the slope and the grain just take it all the way down. And why do I do that? I say you're not going to make more than 1 out of 20. Come on, what can I say? I got the Midas touch, I touch it too much. Hey, gold member. 156 to the hole. We have a slight breeze into us. It's down elevation. I'm going to have to change. I was going to go with an 8-iron and punch it down there into the breeze, keep it out of the wind, but it's not that strong, and we have a big drop of elevation. So 156 is probably playing about 149. Into the breeze, not going to take off that much, maybe a few yards. So we're going to commit to the pin, and if we pull it, which is my general shot, if I'm going at the ball, we've got a big ass space left, and when we pull it, the ball goes further through the wind. So we find that pin, and we're going at the pin here, not with the intention to hit it in the hole, but we know our shot pattern should move left. And that time it goes at the hole. I think it's in. Go, in, go, go. 4 feet. Pitch mark here, absolute money. Now we're going to put this one dead straight, because the burn mark is directly at the back of the hole, meaning straight down grain and no cross grain. Let's just make sure. Let's give this a little stab. Over a certain distance, we have the entire fairway to leverage. We have so much space to the right, and if we go dead straight, we clear that water easily with my big dog driver. So that's why I'm hitting it. If I hit like a mini driver or a 7-wood and I don't catch it properly and pull it, I'm in the water on the left there, and I can't guarantee a shot into the fairway. So if I hit the driver, it's basically like I have a driving range up there, and I can smash the hugest slice of all time, which I'm probably going to set up for. I'm going to commit to the fader, and if it comes like a big fader, that's fine. The further I go right, the better I have my 100-yard shot in, rather than my 85-yard shot uphill, over bunkers onto a tough slopey green. I'd rather be further back, make sure that ball comes down with a steep angle of descent, because the wind will be into me on the approach shot. So I want to go further right. Hen, my hen. We've left ourselves a beautiful 125, which I really like if I were in the fairway. But now I've got a ball above my feet on the banked rough, in the rough from cow grass, which is unpredictable. So instead of having that beautiful high spinning sandwich I was trying to plan, I've just hit it like 8 yards, 9 yards too long into the rough here. So I'm a bit unlucky. See, it's going to turn over right to left, and I'm on the very front. So very scary shot because that pin's right at the back. If I go all the way and land it there, that's a short side and a half. You're finished. They've protected this green by elevating it with drop off everywhere around the green. So tee shot position needs to be optimal. That wasn't. That's just going to happen some days. I'm on the green. I'm happy with that. I just don't know what to do there. Which is absolutely money. When you have so much space, it can be tempting to just rip it. What I like to do when I have a lot of space is really narrow my focus to where I want the ball to go. From here I can clear this bunker on the right easily, so I'm going to hit it into that bunker. If it goes right, hey, we're still in play. If I do draw it, we're in play. So it's kind of not really in the bunker, but the blue mark, which is the 200-yard marker, that's where I'm going. Red Tiger, baby. 116 yards up the hill into the breeze, because to clear that bunker is going to be 105. So we've got 10 yards between the edge and the pin. And then the pin is on the left. If you miss left, you're coming back down the hill. Terrible chip. So we're going to go right up the center of the green. The ball should turn over right to left. So we'll move it a little bit further right, maybe right half of the green toward the right edge. And then it should turn in. Down the breeze, it should roll out. So we want to carry this at least 108 to 110, and then we'll leave ourselves like a 20-footer for the bird ski. What can we do? Just like that. Please come down. That's long. Sit down. Sit down. Well, we gave ourselves a chance. We've also given ourselves a chance at a 3-stab here. But 3-stab versus a short side chip, let's give ourselves the benefit of the doubt here and say that we're going to put this close. Over a dome, left to right. Oh, that's not good distance control. That's going to go across the front of the hole. Absolutely no good. Da-da-da-da-dee. Okay, beautiful. Let's go. So on this hole, what I'm going to do is actually tee the ball up on the ground and hit the mini driver, because if I hit it off the tee, it could reach the water on the right. The wind's kind of crosswind, not into us, which makes me scared that it'll reach the water on the right, because we've got a lot of space there short of the water. But if we go left or right with a big driver, we can end up in that water for sure, and that a good landing area is very, very tight, like a corporate deadline. So what I'm going to do is hit the mini, maybe 250, maybe 240, take the chance. I believe there's a Bermuda Triangle of distance removal above this green. Every time I hit a shot in here, I kind of end up not where I want to be, and I found I have to hit a little bit longer. So I'm going to hit a 9er from 154 and just let it slider into the hole there. I feel like that's going to give me a better chance than whacking a pitching wedge and then being short, because you don't want to be short here. It's going to roll right down back to 3-4 feet below the green, and then it's a tough chip onto a steep upslope. So I'd rather just hit this green for show. I'm going to set up my little field goals here in my mind, and then commit, and then let's do it. Let's feel it. Let's see this little slider. Little slider. Should land soft on the green because it's a slider. This is very strange. This is now a Bermuda green. There's no paspalum here. I believe the whole front nine was paspalum. So now we have a more severe burn mark. The burn mark is exactly 90 degrees on the left, meaning that this grain is coming straight down the hill, making this slightly downhill slider right to left almost impossible to finish within 2 feet of the hole low. If I can do that, that is an extremely good achievement. I have to set this up so far right to let it die and let the slope and the grain take the ball like a wave, just like obnoxiously pushing you toward the shore as it slows down. So we have to envision it coming and dying and moving in toward the burn mark. It's all about distance control to get it to our spot, which means we have to be aggressive to our spot. Let's not get aggressive to the hole. I want to get aggressive to my spot. And for these kind of putts, I like to use the toe. So I'm back to the bird dog on this 9, my favorite putter. I mean, it really is my favorite. And I'm going to get this to finish 4 feet short of the hole up on the right side. Just like that, just like that. Oh! It's either in or 3 or 4 foot past. It's almost impossible to stop this close without hitting the hole. Best hole in Thailand, in my opinion, from this back tee, 430 odd. We've got 186 to carry the water on the right, 175 on the left. So we don't even need that long of a tee shot. We just need something to get in play and then approach. I'm going to hit a mini driver on this hole because I don't need to hit the big dog. Tee it down again and hit it off the deck, because big driver here has got, it's too narrow up there. I mean, I could clear it, but with the water on the left, it just brings too much puffies into play. This is my 9 out of 10 club, the mini driver, and we're going to keep looking at how committed we are. I need to stand here, and if I pick this club and say this is the best, I need to really commit and see the shot. So I see it at the windsock, and hopefully it goes a little left to right. What I'm committing to is that left to right shot toward the bunker, away from the water. So the plan was to play for a little fader, hitting down on it with the mini driver, but what I've seen off the deck, both times the ball went left on the 10th and now went left on 11th, unfortunately bounced and went in the water. That's just the nature of the game. I'm very happy with the shot. I committed to it 110%, 9 out of 10 times, but now we have to take the feedback from the plan and adapt it in the future. Maybe just aim it right so it pulls left. So we're hitting our third from 170 in the rough, up the hill playing about 175, breeze right to left. We want to stay out of these big ass bunkers. So we have to keep this one in a tight corridor. Normally a confidential shot's going to keep it in my tight corridor. If I try finagle a shot, that's when I go. So 175 up the hill, I think we're going to do an 8 firm. It's going to be money. A firm shot for me is the confidential shot, the 9 time out of 10 shot. The pin's at the back, and beyond the pin it flattens out and you can actually hit the back and have a putt. Perfect. Please just stay. So the importance of the short game is extreme. Like even at scratch golf, under par level, you have to get up and down to make birdies. You have to get up and down to save a bogey like this instead of taking a double. A double is a disaster at every level of golf, particularly at scratch golf. It puts you 2 away from being level par if you make all pars. So burn mark is on the right, so it's probably gonna at the end move left to right. But let's just pop this on with some toe down chipping, because this is cow grass. There's Bermuda, here's cow. It's a matter of inches, this game. So if I'd been a little closer, I can putt it, but I can't putt it through cow grass. So we just take a pitching wedge, toe down putt style. Go, go, go. These 5-footers are always going to save your day, because if you miss all of them, you really got trouble. If you make most of them, you're really doing nicely. Come on now, Matty. Stay down forever, bad boy.
Good putt. แล้วยังแน่ใจนะ
I'm going to tee this ball a bit lower. Hopefully it encourages more of a fader, because if we fader it, it goes away from the water. And there's such a lot of space up there that it would be a waste to not try boom boom a driver up there and use my fader. Can I do the mini driver? No, a ball is above my feet on a down slope from the zoysia lie where it's sitting up. So I could, if it were flat, because it's sitting up on the grass, and we could get underneath it and hit the right spot. But I can't do it. That's why fairways are not overrated. If I'm in the fairway, I could put a good move on this from about 265. I don't want to go in these bunkers. That's the big problem. You don't want a third shot from a bunker if you're trying to play scratch golf, because the third shot you're going to hit from a bunker is more than likely inside 100, which are awful. They're awful. Anything from 25 to 100 yards from a bunker is absolutely horrific if you want to play scratch golf. So I'll use my REDTIGER Rangefinder USB-C type charging over here. You just charge it with electricity. I've charged it once. I've played 30-40 rounds with it. haven't had to recharge it yet. Don't need to replace batteries, which is fantastic. We've got 126 to the 150, so we have 170 to the 100. I can get a ball out of here 170 and pretty reliably straight. And with it being a flyer lie, slightly downhill, it should shoot out lower and roll out further. Maybe let's go do 9-iron to guarantee a wedge. I don't want a partial wedge. Let's go gow. If I hit a 9 and it scoots through there, I'll get maximum 56 degree in, or at best a 56 degree, and then at worst I'll have like a 48 or 52 degree, which is also money. And it does just a little bit. There's no spin on that ball at all. That's going to bounce. So I'm going to take a 52 degree in full knowledge that this is absolutely money distance, so I can commit beautifully to this. And I'm going to stick this one at the pin, right? Because if I do tug it a bit, that's perfect because most of the green is left. I don't want to go right. The pin is cut on the front toward the right. I'd rather just go left, make sure I carry this bunker and leave myself a putski. So I'm going to go at the pin here, and I know that this is not going to leak right. It never does. And the ball slightly above my feet with a high lofted club. So this is certainly going left with the wind right to left. This is such a sucker pin. It's cut 7 yards from the edge, maybe 6 yards. And then to the right, you run out of space here. And there's a bunker behind there. We're on the middle of the green, downhill putt, yep, not too easy. But the game, if you're trying to shoot level or under par, is a game of patience. If I just keep putting the ball in positions, eventually my shot dispersion pattern is going to be such that I wouldn't hit that little tug and I would hit it dead straight, a little bit less distance, and I'll finish 3 feet, 4 feet from the hole. That's what we're doing. We're putting a process into action and then waiting for that process to hit on all gears on one day. Every other day we're just keeping the game around the green strong to keep us in play. The rest of the time we're just waiting for the day. Everything clicks, and that's when you get your 67, your 72, whatever your goal is. Come on now. Come on now, turn in. Okay, maybe overread this. We're getting 197 to the pin down here. We've got a right to left wind, and I'm feeling like I'm quite powerful today. So I'm hitting a 7-iron Tacoma, 34 degrees, and this is going to just be a money club for me. I don't want to go super long. I'm going to leave it in line with the cup or just short of the cup, giving me a nice uphill putski. And I don't lose the ball to the right much with my 7, but I can pull it left, and the wind's moving right to left. Come on, Matty. Not the place you want to be, gangbanger. We are about 6 feet, 7 feet below the green, and this is where they defend these greens, these holes. Slopey greens and deep ass bunkeros. So I'm going to just open this thing up about 2 o'clock, grip it while it's at 2 o'clock, and I'm going to give this a nice long languid splash. Come on, Matty. I think that's absolutely money. Why not in? Because my caddy's no good. Caddy, why you don't tell me it's uphill? If it's uphill, I would have hit a little bit firmer, you know? You got the line right, I'll give you 50%. Oh yeah! I'm Ricky Flower and I'm playing the last par 5 of the round. I really want a bird ski, yeah, but I need a fire tee shot to be able to reach this green in 2, or at least leave myself an easy pitch from the right side of the green. So what I'm going to do is hit my standard drive here, commit to the line of the right edge of those bunkers. If I turn it over, it's huge. If I fader it, it's also in a great position. Oh, that may be too big the wrong direction. But I really clobbered that one. I gave that one a good volley. Well, clearly I put it in a terrible position. And I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to play a backwards let go. I feel like the 8-iron is just too low lofted, so I'm going to play a higher lofted 9-iron. Now this has been my luck on the par 5s today. Not much I can do about it. Just get the ball back in play and hopefully pass the 200-yard marker here, close to the 150. Oh, that's money, yo. That's money. Go. I finished a bit short because I didn't catch it 100%, but that's perfect because a pitching wedge, if I catch it perfect, goes over the back, which falls away. This is absolutely position number 1 if I'm not going to be close. Little firmish, a little firmish. Beautiful. Stinky. Oh my soul, that is so bad, man. Come on. Sometimes I'm going to hit really shitty shots, you know, and you get worked up because it's only 75 yards, but I just don't like that distance. Anything 65 to 85, I really don't want. Like, I'd rather just have a 100-yard sand wedge in there, play it up there, and let it spin back to the hole. Anyway, let's see if we can chip this bad boy in. You know what? I think toe down is going to be great from here. Oh, well, nearly made the bird ski. What a day. I'm not going to hit the driver because then I'm worrying about hitting it in the water left, and I'm worrying about slicing it. So we're going to just gear down to a mini driver, which cannot reach the water left. And that's okay. That's never going to reach the water. Probably leave me 140 into the hole. Absolutely money. Sugar daddies, we are now in a divot over here. We got 120. There's not much we can do here. So I'm going to hit a pitching wedge. I don't really know what to do from this lie. Not many times I get this in my life. So I'm going to just hit like a kind of punchy one. Hopefully it carries the water, but because the water carry is longer on the left, I'm going to err toward the right of the hole. Shorter carry in case of a bit of a fluffy shot. And then we've got a lot of green up there. Going to be a tough putt because that pin is on the top tier, but just on the tier. So if you're short, you're going to be putting uphill and then it goes flat and then the pin is right there. So it doesn't give you much rollout. So it's a tough one. I mean, I hope I can get it to 125 just past the hole. But we just take what we can get. This is like one of those lies you have to just guess. A lot of the time you'll see these kind of long putts just left an inch or two, 6 inches short, and perfectly happy with that result. A 2-putt from this distance, we're probably looking at 60 feet here, 50, 60 feet. Anything in line with a cup, maximum 2 inches past and up to 2 feet short, absolutely money. You don't always have to be up. They say never up, never in. Guess what, baby? I'd rather be 2 foot short here than go 6 foot long. Come on now, we've got to get the pace up the slope. It's a little slower, a little bit slower today, a bit of overcast, probably haven't cut them. So we're going to give it a little wrap. Now from here we got 178, wind off the left. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be a crazy boy. I'm going to hit a 9er. I'm going to hit it firm because the 9 is my hole-in-one club. So automatically I have it in my arsenal that this is my confidential, comfortable, committed club. 9 out of 10 times I'm going to give this a whack. I really trust this club more than hitting an 8-iron here where I might be scared of going over the back. 9-iron, never going over the back. We've got 184 to 185 to reach the back. Oh man, you see, this is why I love the 9er. It cannot go over, girlfriend. It's impossible. A 9er can never go 185, but it can go 178.
Stop.
Yeah, I know. I understand I'm about 9, 10 yards short, 30 feet short here, but I don't want to bring the 8-iron into play where if I do catch it, I'm over the back. I just don't want to be there. I'd rather have this 30-footer. It's okay. In the future, if the wind's not helping, I would hit the 8-iron, but the wind was helping just off the left, so I'd hit the 8-iron if it were just a neutral day. Okay, I'm going to go a little higher than I anticipate here to finish on the high side. If I do miss, just got to get that pace control right. I've got to go around this mark in front of me. Wow, okay, that's a little bit too much on the high side. It's 273 to reach the bunker on the left-hand side, but we are not even taking into account the water on the right. We're just not going there. We know we can go super far left here and have a very easy shot, opening up the hole with a beautiful nipple licker, and that's where we're going. I'm going to use the feedback I had on the prior holes of the mini driver going left off the deck. So we're going to anticipate a shot to the left, so I'll aim it at that bunker, and if it tugs a little left, money position. Well, it went a bit far left, but one of the dangers of avoiding the hazard and going left is that we don't catch all of it and the wind holds it up, maybe stops us behind a tree. So we have a little gap on the left of it. We just have to be careful what we pick from here. We don't just hit it straight into the fruit here. It's 117 yards to the hole. So I think a pitching wedge chip is going to be okay. Set it up left edge of the green and try slide it in. I'm going to try slider it, but with such high loft it's difficult to give it a little left to right or slider. But I'm going to try anyway. And these are those shots where it's like not 9 out of 10 times, but there's not much option. This one I give myself 4 or 5 out of 10. Think low, finish low, finish low. Slider it in there, slider. I can't see it, but it went pretty good. Oh man alive, what a shot. What's that, like 6 feet, 7 feet? What a day. Now we finished here about 6 foot from the hole. We pitched over there, and that's maybe one of the best shots I've hit all day. But I want to really convert this one. Understand, this is my B game, okay? My B game is pretty good, and this is how I'm going to play 15% of the year. I have A game 5% of the year, and this A and B game decide my handicap. The other 80% of the time, I'm playing like C, D, and E game, which I'm trying to hold together with the short game. That's why the short game is so essential for low handicaps, to keep their game in check so it doesn't go out of control. And now this is where the short game comes in. I hit a great shot with my pitching wedge punch there, 113 yards, or 117. Now I've got a 6-7 footer for the birdie here to finish. But now on B form, I'm kind of concentrating maybe too much, and I'm psyching myself out of making putts. So let's just see on this line, what can I use? I'm going to look up and putt. I'm not going to look at the ball, because I want to remove all this nonsense in my brain of trying to place too much importance on this putt. There's a spot over here I'm going to just look at. Let's line up to that, and I'm going to look up at that spot. Come on. That's how I like to approach the game when I'm in B form, try to get scratch or under par. Once everything clicks and I put that process into play on every single hole, doing those set rules that I set for myself, that means I'm going to go under par. It's just everything has to click. You have to be on every shot to go under par. And me and my caddy here are making a great team. This is how Rob.
Rob.
This is our 5th round together. We're going to be a great team by the end of this 10 weeks.